Okay, I don't know what's going on. I've been out here pretty much for the past 2 hours, and there was no wind, no nothing going on. Everything was just still. As soon as I decided I'm going to come on and do some more posts on Instagram, all of a sudden the wind starts to come up. It starts to get windy, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I don't care anymore. I'm still going to do what I got to do. Okay, so I haven't been on a minute because there's been a lot of internet interference, things happening on the internet. You go do something, and then the next thing you know, it fades out or cuts you off. And it could be here at the location where I am at the homestead that there's problems internet wise all the time. So it's everything's just coming to a head, and everything's just getting ready to flip, and there's just a lot of changes going on. So I'm leaving sporadic informations in different places, so that people can gather the info. I did an I Ching reading on our current situation as a consciousness, and the I Ching outcome was called assembly. I thought that was really interesting. This might be, I'm going to unplug just in case if you're going to be hearing the wind. So I'm not going to be out here very long because winds come up, and I don't know why the wind is up. It was doing just nicely, holding steady, and then all of a sudden the wind started coming up. So I wanted to just kind of talk about that I Ching outcome about assembly. And I thought it was really interesting how it's talking about the grouping coming together. What is that meaning? How is that affecting, an outcome? And I was like, interesting. And the assembling number in I Ching is number 45. Yeah, think about that. Number 45. I Ching. And I just thought it was really weird. Number 45. Number 45. You'll have to go over to my Instagram and read that, because I read the whole thing out, of what is all pertaining about. And yesterday I left some info also about people. What I've noticed that did this, they can't hear you. They really truthfully can't. Thunder beam flying over. They always show up right when I start doing some work. They come over, and some of them come as low and drift by and just, showing me their love. And I'm like, oh, here he comes. Oh my gosh. Thunder beings, I'm talking about the turkey vultures. They're called thunder beings. They are the most incredible birds because they don't flap their wings. They just glide. They spend their whole time gliding up in the air. They ride the wind, and they can go up pretty high. They can get up there. They're just absolutely beautiful and amazing. They just glide. You don't see them doing their wings a lot. They're kind of funny when they land. They're these big beings when they land. Like I have one land in front of my car, And when he landed in front of my car on the road, he was getting something, and obviously it was dead. And his wingspan was just beautiful. I was like, dang, you are magnificent. Just the way they just glide up in the air. They're so beautiful. They're powerful. They're powerful beings. And the medicine that they carry is very powerful also. So I walk with that medicine. I walk with that and an owl medicine. Um, they're very healing birds. They're very healing beings to walk with. And the thunder beings they're just gorgeous. They just always they just glide in the wind. That's all I have to say. They just glide. They're just beautiful beings. Sorry, I digress. I was supposed to talk about some healthy food, and I'm talking about thunder beings. So there you go. So, anyway, I just wanted to kind of bring that in about the I Ching and how when I tossed the coins to figure out what the formula was and figured out the formula, I got number 45. Now, come on, you know what number 45 is all about. And for me to get that I Ching number 45 for assembling, I was just like, yeah, there's going to be some craziness going on. So I just wanted to really say to just keep yourself, because this Mercury retrograde is really intense energy right now. And please, please, please keep an eye on each other when you're out in the sun. You got to remember we have solar flares going on. Heat index is increasing in a lot of places. And if you are feeling under the weather, hot or anything, please pay attention. The possibilities of heat stroke, if you're not perspiring, you're not sweating, but you're getting hot. So it's all about a nice ice application to the back of the neck, under the armpits, into the groin area to cool the person down, hands and feet to bring that body temperature down. So those are some quick tips to do. And if they lose consciousness and they don't come out of it, it's all about 911 for sure. So here comes the wind. Here comes the wind again. It's not even, it's just coming. I don't know why. Okay, so I wanted to hop on here and really talk about the energies of what's happening. And so last night, now I'm going to tell you a good juiciness of story. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, so I come out right before the sun starts to go down. And when the sun starts to go down, you can actually look into the sun, and you can see all the rays of colors. You can see all the beautiful things that are coming through it. You can see things. Okay, so I come out and I sit in a chair, drinking my water and electrolytes. I sit in a chair and I'm looking at the sun. And this time, when I'm looking at the sun, I close my eyes and I literally see how open my third eye is. Fully activated. Yeah. And when I look at the sun, literally, first time I've seen this, and I knew I was seeing something that was totally different. So I look at the sun, and literally I see 4 orb bodies sitting side by side of the sun. 2 on this side, 2 on this side. I was like, interesting. They were kind of staggered. One was here, one was here. Then here's one, here's one, here's one. Okay, so there's 4. And then I was like, those look like ships. Now there was a thin cloud layer going across the sun. And I'm like, those look like ships. So I just kind of looked at that and I said, huh. So I closed my eyes. And when I closed my eyes, these beautiful symbols showed up. Now, I see different types of light language, but this one was really interesting. It has circle, line, circle, line, circle, line, but they were joined. They were running and making different shapes or coding, different coding. And each time I would look at the sun and then open my eyes, it would stop. I go, okay, and look at the sun again, close my eye, get a new one. So I got like, I think about six or seven different type of light language coding. So I found that very fascinating. In that form, it came with the color of an emerald green, because the spiral light, emerald green, a deep purple, gold, yellow, and then it just went white. I was like, all right. So I look at that and I'm like, wow, okay, so I wrote it all down in my book. And I was just like astounded because the colors were so vibrant and the codes were coming through so right there, like hovering right there in the air. And I was just like, wow, that's amazing. So I closed my eyes on, I think this is like the third or fourth time. And this time the orbs, the ships or whatever that was out by the sun were like above the sun. So they lined up above the sun. And I was like, all right, so now they've moved. So now they're above the sun. Okay, so close my eyes again and got another code. And I was like, okay, interesting. Then I go back and I look at the sun again. And I close my eyes. This went on for like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. Like 30 minutes. Close my eyes again. So now these orbs are no longer above the sun. So now they're over and they're forming like a triangle, but one of the orbs were gone. So it formed like a triangle off to the side. And I was like, okay. So I kind of felt like, you know how you go to the eye doctor to get your eyes checked and they say, what's this line say here? What do you see in this line here? I see E kind of down, blah, 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 It tells you. That's what it kind of felt like. But it was almost like it was testing me to see if I was recognizing, because in my mind I was saying, okay, if you're ships, you're going to move in different places. And it moved in different places. I was just like, shut the town and call Brad Pitt and say, hey, we're having dinner tonight. So I was just like, holy Toledo, this is really intense, really, really interesting. So I just got some 411 on downtown Sacramento. They're like really pouncing up 5G. And then on top of that, I heard also that they're cutting off the power because they don't want any fires. Okay, downtown Sacramento, you're going to cut off the power because you don't want any fires. Downtown Sacramento. So tired of the lies. I don't know what bothers me more is people running the agenda of the lies, and they keep lying. They keep lying because they're saying one thing, covering up doing something else. Okay, next thing you're going to hear is, oh yeah, we're being attacked by foes and blah blah blah. That's going to be the next thing they're going to throw up, because that's going to be a distraction, because they don't want you to see what's really coming. We're already in the heart of it. Why else would I get the I Ching of assembling 45? We're already in the heart of it. So this is going to be a very strange time. We are in what they call the final test, final spiritual test. What side of the bracket are you on? Are you staying in 3D? Are you going to eventually move yourself up to into the fifth dimension? Where are you staying? So there is definitely a physical um, division of energy, but that's okay. Temporary, very temporary. Tick tock, tick tock. Yeah, I just can't believe I got number 45 assembling. I Ching, of all things, I haven't done the I Ching in years. And just to throw the coins down and to get that, I was just like, wow, I Ching. Can't go wrong with that, for sure. So, I find it very interesting that they're doing that downtown when it's so hot. They're rounding out things. They're testing something. Because we got to go into that wireless electricity that Tesla designed many, many, many lifetimes ago. And they got rid of all that stuff because they didn't want that out. So we're getting ready to go wireless electricity. And it's going to be good for everybody. But I find it very interesting how this is happening right now. And yes, I went some places last night and joined up with my team. And we were in battle again last night. We're coming for all of you, for sure. So we're doing it, doing what we need to do. So some of the things to work with your body right now, because we're in this Mercury retrograde, that's probably going to be from Leo King's point of view, how the planets are lined up. It's going to be one of these triggering, pushing your button type of Mercury retrograde. So because the body is constantly getting hit with so much energy and getting hit with so much energy, and it's really pulling a lot of stress out onto the body. Ashwagandha is one that you should definitely be taking because it works with the exhaustion, insomnia. It helps to alleviate the tiredness in the body, and it helps with cortisol levels. So if you're all of a sudden seeing yourself gaining weight, it's because your body's stressed. It's been emotionally stressed. All of us have been emotionally stressed for quite some time. So this helps to bring this back into focus and to get you out of the inflammation in the body. So ashwagandha is another one. Food wise, I have to share something with you. I've just been really now my testing. I have some training to finish up later on this evening. My testing that I went through to find out what my body's doing and how it's reading certain things. I come and find out I'm allergic to potatoes. I wasn't too happy about that. French fries, potato chips, tater tots. I'm allergic to potatoes. And I'm like, no, that can't be right. Can't be, no. I started kind of thinking about it. And I said, okay, let me just not have any potatoes or anything for like a week. Let me not do anything potato vegetables, nothing. Let me not do any potatoes. So I'm kind of taking a look at that and see how my body's going to respond after that, and to see if it's really going to be running true. Um, One of the things I'm trying to see if they have it in here because I want to look it up and see what they're saying is. I see cauliflower, but I'm not seeing cabbage. Did they forget to put cabbage in here? Let me look at it back. Cabbage is really good, but let's see. Cabbage, page 66. I knew I wasn't blind. Okay. Savory cabbage. So your cabbage, I'm reading from Nature's Pharmacy. Found my book. Okay, so here's what's interesting. I went on this thing and I said, gosh, I'm craving cabbage. So I was in Sprouts and I was getting some vegetables and I said, okay, I was trying to check and see what my body was doing. And I said, my liver's congested. I need to clear my liver out. And so when I'm walking around and I'm like, what does the body want? What does the body want? It was like cabbage. I saw it and like the cabbage lit up. And I said, oh, okay, let me get a cabbage. So I got the cabbage. My easy recipe for this cabbage salad, I've been talking about it on Instagram, on my Facebook page. So this one is really easy. You get your green cabbage. Okay, green cabbage. And you cut it up, wash it well, cut it, and all the water off of it. Buy yourself toasted sesame oil, pink Himalayan salt, black pepper, tapatio if you want to get it. It's a seasoning of lime and cayenne and different spices, tapatio. Then you can use a little bit of sprinkle of a curry, turmeric, and lime and lemon, tomatoes, and red onion, and black sliced up olives. All right. Now, you can toss in a little bit of sesame seeds if you want, rather it be the black sesame seeds or just the regular sesame, or you can toss in some sunflower seeds. You choose, or don't toss them in at all. So I made this salad. Chop everything up, give it a taste, squeeze as much lemon and lime juice on top of it. Be generous with your sesame oil, the toasted sesame oil, because it really enhances the flavor. When the lime and the sesame gets together, it just enhances it. And then when you cut up your tomatoes, when you put the tomatoes in there, now you have the tomato juice that's mixing in with the sesame, with the lime. Now that's creating. Now, if you want to bring a little heat into it, say that you're running a little bit of cough and you're been congested, your allergies are flaring up all over the place, and you're trying to keep things moving out. You can chop up just a little bit of jalapeno pepper, fresh jalapenos, slice it up and put it in there. I would prefer if you did a fresh one instead of the canned one. Do it fresh. Chop it up. Be generous with your red onions. Chop that up well. Put that in there. And put it in a nice big bowl and just keep marinating it in the juice as you add the toasted sesame oil in there, and just get it all in there. Get those seasonings in there. Get it all marinated. And then sit down and have it. It's very, very good. Here's the reason why. Because they are powerful detoxifiers. Cabbage is a powerful detoxifying plant to eat. So, and it's high in B3, your vitamin C, your folics, your beta carotenes, your calcium, your iron, and your potassium. So it really is good. You can add, if some of you want to put some garlic into it, you can put garlic into it. You can eat this pretty much like this morning. I had the last of it. So today, I'm probably going to go out and get another one just so I can have it for evening for eating because it's so cleansing. Now, when you're eating this, it's going in as cleansing out small intestines, large intestines, as well as making the liver detoxify itself. Okay, the gallstones, if there's anything in there, lemon juice, apple juice helps to break up the gallstones type of thing so that your body will purge that out. But this is a really good way to build up some good immune, as well as building up powerful enzymes that helps the body stay healthy. Healthy cells, healthy body. So I really, really am totally into that. So that was the first one. Then in the morning, the liver needs a certain amount of oils, and eggs are really good for the liver. It helps to break things down. It helps the body to make a certain amount of bile. So I have been off my eggs for a little bit, and then I got back into my eggs. So my eggs, I like to have sliced tomatoes and avocados with a sprinkle of Himalayan salt on it, black pepper, drizzled with a little bit of toasted sesame oil and lime. With your egg, either boiled or scrambled, however you want to take your eggs. Depends on how you want it. If you want to make a little egg omelet, you can do that too. But the eggs are really good for your body when we are working with the liver. So let me see, eggs, 11. I'd rather just go through the index, look up the things I need to look up instead of trying to find it. It's hit and miss every time I do it that way. What? That can't be right. See, I trusted it and look what happened. That's just terrible. Let me go to dairy. That's just terrible. And then there's fish, salmon, honey, lots of honey. Got lots of honey going on right now. Well, I guess they did leave that out. They couldn't have left that out. Oh, please, as I look. But I really, and it's really enjoyable when you're eating the, yeah, see, it says eggs. Let's see if it's on page 48. Nope. I guess they got their pages mixed up on eggs. It's in here somewhere, but it's just not matching up with the index in the back. That's why this book was so cheap. That's why. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things happening right now, and your body is one of them that you need to kind of stay on top of right now and keep working with your stress level. You know, for me, the amount of stress my body has been going through, this particular machine was able to read it. And it was kind of interesting because it was pulling up what my body was stressing from emotionally, mentally. It was a lot of emotional stuff coming up. And I said, well, yeah, it wasn't an easy move. It's been a tiresome move. And It's the in and out of everything, but that's getting ready to change, which is really nice. Finally, it's changing in a way that I didn't plan on it changing, but I'm not gonna talk about it here. Yeah, it's not even in here. I don't understand that. I know it's in here, but avocados are really high in your oils. It's really good for brain, immune system. It's high in your B1, B3, B5, your E and your K, and your biotin, your folic acid, your potassium, your zinc, and this omega 6 is really good for that. So that works really well on the body. And if you have inflammation in the body and you've been having problems, um, wow, they got guava in here. I haven't had guava in a long time. Um, it works for your inflammation in the body, so it reduces the inflammation, speeds up tissue repair, and that's what bromelain is. Bromelain is derived from pineapples. So if you say just had surgery or um, you got a lot of allergies still going on, taking in that pineapple juice or eating pineapple is going to help you also digest your food. So, this is a time where everybody will come in and they say, oh, I want to eat cantaloupe, have my bananas. Okay, your bananas are good and nourishing for energy and soothing. It's good for energizing the body. Potassium intake helps to normalize your digestive tract, brings that into balance. And cantaloupe is really high in your B3 and vitamin C. So, and that is good for heart disease, colds. It works good for any kind of diuretic and detoxifying the body and having healthy cells. It works good for that. And my favorite is mango. Mango, 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 mango. Good for the immune system. Increases the energy of the body. It's a fights damaging free radicals in the body. It is a disease battling type of plant to eat. It's really good for that. And I like having my mango smoothies. Those are one of my favorite things to have. Okay, when you use lime is very high in vitamin C. It's also a very strong immune stimulator. And it helps to keep the immune system balanced and soothes out allergy reactions. And lime, this is what you're going to like. Lime is also a good source of folic acid, which is needed for healthy DNA formation and reproductive functioning. Limes are really good for that. Heart prevention, vitamin C, calcium, potassium. Really good for the DNA. Lime. So I'm going to stop there because I could go all day reading you all this good stuff of what's really good for the body and what you could do. So I just wanted to hop on and share something new and left this information. I'm also going to leave the new business page and some of the promotions of classes that are being offered are on the Facebook business page. So I'm going to just type this in so that you will have it. And it was going to be under Spiral. Be so light. Be so light at MEKALA 333. There you go. So you can find it. All right. So I am wishing everybody a wonderful day. Welcome to your first day of June. Like I said, the I Ching energy that was pulled for it, it's going to be very interesting. Symboling. It means to gather. How ironic that the coins would literally show me that number 45 would literally show me that. Love what I do. Love how to do my readings. I do have a reading special that's still going on for the reading of the portal energy. And because we're in Mercury retrograde, your energy read is all about um, breaking down the energy of what is Mercury bringing in for you right now. How is that bringing in change for you? Maybe you need to look at something, reevaluate something, replan it out, rethink. Okay, that's what that's looking like. All right, lovelies. To my dad, thank you for your services. Um, and to my family, have a great day. Drink lots of fluids, stay healthy. And to all my friends and all the supporters, thank you so much for supporting this channel and coming to the Be So Light to be. I will have some new content. I'm just waiting to get this part done, and I am in the middle of collecting a lot of downloads from the higher benevolent beings. That's just been. I can't wait to look at the sun tonight to see what else I'm going to see, because there's so much happening in the sky, and you just look up and you see things that, like the other night when I came out here. It's the night when I was singing that song about I am all that I am, something I was singing. But I looked up and literally you could see, you know how the Milky Way looks, how it goes across the sky? You could literally see it. It was just so fascinating to see. It was a very light outline of it, but you could see it traveling through the way it was in the sky. Milky Way. I was like, whoa, we must have shifted majorly for right here to see that. It's interesting. Very interesting. All right, lovelies. I hope you'll have a wonderful day. Be good to yourself and take the next aligned action. What does your soul really want to do? What is your purpose? Take the next aligned action. Have a great day. Be so light.